Good morning, everyone. Let's take a moment to situate ourselves comfortably in our bodies, making sure you're sitting in a position that will lead you to maximum comfort with a minimal chance of falling asleep. Or if you want to fall asleep, that's fine too. And just let your breath begin. Just pay attention to where it is today. Don't try to control it or make it deeper or slower. Just allow it to move in and out at a natural pace and notice it. There's a very fine line between noticing and controlling. And try to walk that line. Try to maintain just that small layer of distance between you and your breath so that it continues of its own accord. Noticing the natural rhythm your body, your lungs are creating this morning. Noticing if this rhythm communicates anything to you, whether it's shallow and fast and leading you to a feeling maybe of light stress or anxiety, slow and deep, relaxed, or anywhere in between. Just allowing your breath and body to communicate to your conscious mind what it's feeling, where it is today. And as you do so, I invite you to try to presence gratitude, to give thanks for the nature of our relationship with our breath. That it acts as a medium of communication between our conscious mind and our bodies. It provides us a medium that our body tells us you are stressed, you are anxious by increasing our breath, making it move faster, perhaps shallower. And we can respond to our bodies by saying, there's no need to fear, there's no need to stress, there's no need for anxiety, by consciously slowing our breath down, making it deeper, taking the time to use it to soothe our bodies, to allow our systems internally to be calmed by our slowed breath. And with this medium of communication between conscious mind and unconscious mind, conscious mind and body, however you wish to frame it, this is a gift. Elohai neshama shenatata bi Torah hi avratata itzarta tanfachta bi vata mishamra bekir bi kol zman sheneshama bekir bi odani lefanecha Adonai Elohai Elohei avotai vimotai Ribon kol hamasim Adon Kol Hanisham, Baruch Atah Adonai, She'er Yado, Nefesh Kol Chai, Ruach Kol Basari. My God, the soul breath that you have given to me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, and you placed it within me, and you guard it within me. For all of the time that it is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God and God of my ancestors, one who does great acts, Lord of all soul breath. Blessed are you, Adonai, in whose palm is the soul of all living and the breath of all life. I invite you to continue focusing on your breath, just listening in, hearing its insights into your body, noticing where, when you breathe, you feel the breath entering in your body, whether it's your chest or your stomach, whether it guides your mind to different parts of your body that are sore and aching. Listening in to the messages your breath is bringing you today as the messenger of the body to the conscious mind. Noting that division, although it is in truth illusory between conscious and unconscious, is itself another gift, a way in which we are able to connect to the world, the sense of self, the sense of coherence, the sense of individual identity continuity allows us to grow and expand, to learn, and to maintain ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shenatan l'sachivina lahavhin bein yom uvein laila. Praise be the eternal God who has implanted mind and instinct within every living being. That as we continue through our morning blessings, also acknowledge that these blessings act as a reminder for all of the gifts that we are given that are so easy to take for granted, that they are passed down throughout the many ancestral generations of the Jewish people, reaching us today from thousands of miles away, thousands of years away, to where we are now, a land that the writers of these blessings did not even know existed. And yet we continue benefiting from their work. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. And these individuals saw the breath, the foundation for our engagement in the world. No matter what state we are in, that our breath is the beginnings of freedom, beginnings of ability to gain consciousness, to make choices, in some ways override an ongoing pattern through careful, mindful use of breath. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bet chori. Praise be the eternal God who has made me free. That in our breathing and in our ability to calm ourselves, to gain a sense of the present moment through controlling breath, we are also able to be more fully present, to see the present moment for what it is, to slow ourselves down, hopefully to separate out our biases, our fears for the future, and the traumas we carry forward that lead to fear, and instead take this divine moment, this second, this minute, this half hour for what it is. Time to breathe, time to check in with ourselves and our community. A wonderful gift to give us perspective. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach v'ivri. Praise be the eternal God who helps those of us with difficulty to see where we are in the moment. And through our breathing and our breath and our ability to connect to our bodies, can also gain gratitude for the nature of the mind-body connection. Perhaps even feel, even sense that the idea of a mind-body connection is itself false, as the mind and the body are so deeply intertwined and related, they cannot fully be separated one from the other. And perhaps to feel and see that in some ways what we view as the mind, maybe the soul, is using this body, this experience, this embodied material experience of life to affect it, to change it, to imprint upon it the wisdom of our world. That being clothed within this body allows our souls to gain a new layer of understanding. And our breath allows us to slow down, take note of that understanding now, maintain that sense of perspective, perhaps the level of separation from this moment now, giving us a sense of greater fortitude moving forward, giving us a sense of the magnitude of our existence. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish harumim. Blessed are you, Adonai, ruler of the universe, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who frees the captive. There is, even within our tradition, a sense of humanity being in a fallen state, that we are perhaps lower than our intended creator, our creator intended for us. There's a reading of the story of Adam and Eve that leads us to see ourselves as having descended from a more perfected state. But there's also a reading that at any moment, in any time, if we so choose, we can find ourselves living right now in Gan Eden, in a paradise, simply by modifying our perspective, simply by turning around, doing tshuva, seeing that we have the freedom to make the choices we need today for a better world, that God is always there to lift us up. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufi. Praise be the eternal God who lifts up the fallen. And once we've attained that perspective and sense of purpose, that we are aided by great forces, the greatest force of all, strengthening our steps, giving us the fortitude we need to continue doing the work of moving towards a more perfected world, providing us with a vision the energy to do so. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver. Praise be the eternal God who makes firm our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gvura. Praise be the eternal God who girds our people Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara. Praise be the eternal God who crowns Israel with glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamtein le'yaif koach. Praise be the eternal God who gives strength to the weary. Now, as we settle into these blessings, acknowledging the world in a new way, understanding our relationship to it through the light of our ancestors, we also presence gratitude for simply the gift of this day, that we were able to awaken, to rub the sleep from our eyes, to begin this day anew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hama'avir she'ena ma'enai u't'nimah me'apapai. Praise be the eternal God who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. As we use our breath to awaken ourselves to greater purpose, I invite you to return to your breath once again, hearing, feeling, sensing where it stands today, and also deepening it, taking this moment of control. Breathe deeply in, maybe readjusting your seat as I did. Sit up straighter, pull your shoulders back, and make more spaciousness in your torso for deeper breaths. Taking as deep a breath as you can, holding it for just this moment, then breathing out. Ashrei yoshvei v'techa, od yehalelucha selah. Ashrei shekachalo, Ashrei shadonai Eloham. Happy are those who dwell in your house, they'll sing your praises forever. Happy the people to whom such blessing falls. Happy the people of the eternal God. As we take a moment, notice that we are, in fact, in God's dwelling place, for God's glory is found the whole world over. The fullness of the earth is imbued with God's glory. Now take a moment to more fully presence our gratitude for God, the magnanimity that we feel when we consider the gifts we are granted, and creating a space far above us, far away from us, that is abstracted, allowing us to connect with an idea of such magnitude, of such greatness, that is so far beyond humans, that all we can do is utter words of praise. Yitkadav yikadash shemei Rabbah. Yamad yivarach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayachon v'yamechon chayet po Beit Yisrael. Alav yizman karev v'imru. Yahei shmei Rabbah mivorah. Ne'olam u'lom me'almaya. Yitbarach. Barak v'shtabach v'tpar v'tchumam v'yetnaseh. V'tadar v'taleh v'talal shemei kudusha. Brichu. Leila min kol birchata. B'shir tata. Tushbachata v'nechemata Amiran ba'oma v'imru amen. The glory of God be extolled. Let God's great name be hallowed in the world, whose creation God willed. May God's rule soon prevail in our own day, our own lives, the life of all Israel, life of all the world. Let us say, Amen. Let God's great name be blessed forever and ever. Let the name of the Holy One, the Blessed One, be glorified, exalted, and honored, though God is beyond all praises, all songs, and adorations that we can utter. Let us say, Amen. We now take a moment to join together in breathing, for presencing our own life, our own world as the Arba Amot, the four hands breaths within which God dwells, space around us in which we are able to do mitzvot, to do actions in this world, bringing the divine presence here. We also take a moment to connect our Arba Amot, four hands breaths, to each other over space and time through breath, through this miraculous intervention made upon a body of mud, dirt, and ash that the book of Genesis tells us was imbued with God's breath. Connect that breath once again together. It's our call to worship. I will shortly invite you to breathe out for 3 and then in for 3 for a period of about a minute. And then we will together recite the Shema and then take a moment for silent reflection on what it means to live a life imbued with love for God. Begin breathing together. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. 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 We take this moment to praise the being behind all creation. It speaks to us from nature, from light, giving us messages of love, of wisdom, that our minds, imbued with the sacred breath of God, are able to discern in any given moment through calming ourselves, through considering what it means for the world to speak to us, for God to speak through the world, and seeing in that process the oneness of all creation. As we chant together, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad. Blessed is God's glorious presence and name in God's kingdom forever and ever. Now I invite you to take a moment to reflect silently on your own, returning to your breath, seeing how it is altered over these past 25 minutes as you have controlled it and returned to listening to it. Thinking about how these past 25 minutes have given you a sense of what it might mean to live a life guided by love for God, what it might mean to live a life recognizing redemption in every moment, perhaps how you connect to your ancestors, allowing their guidance to give you a sense of purpose and direction in the world. and how in every moment we are granted the ability to recreate, to in some ways live again, to start over, simply by returning to our breath, returning to perspective, giving ourselves a reminder that we are the habitation of God's holiness in this world. Continue breathing silently, listening in for any messages, any feelings. Om Se Shalom, Bim Roma, Uya Ase Shalom Aleichem, Ve'ato Israel, Ve'al Yoshvete. May the one who makes peace on high make peace for us and all the world as we begin our day, remembering that we are the ones to make peace. Amen.